Congratulations on the purchase of your J Flight 264BH. My name is Caleb. I'll be doing an orientation with you today. We'll start right up here in the front with your power tongue jack. So right here you have a light switch on it, so you can see your hitch when you're hooking up in the dark. You also have your switch to raise or lower your jack right here. If this were to fail for any reason, you can remove this rubber cap right here, and there's a tool in your front compartment that you can use to manually crank this up or down. Right behind that, you have two 20-pound LP tanks. Your tanks do have a regulator on them right here in the back. You can see this points towards the tank you're using. So right now it's pointing towards this tank. If this tank were to go empty, you can just turn that so it's pointing towards this tank. So then you'll be using the propane from this tank. It does not automatically switch over. You do have to do it manually. And then behind that, right here on these bars is where your battery will be located. So if you got a convenience package, you'll have a battery right there with a battery box in it. We'll head around to the side here now. You're prepped for Furion side view cameras. So if you wanted to get those installed, that's where they would go, and you'd be able to see the side of your trailer when you're driving down the road. If you switch lanes, they'll turn on, or you can have all your cameras on one screen at the same time. Right here you have one side of your passenger storage. As you can see, it goes all the way through the other side. You'll also be able to access this from inside underneath your bed. Down here you have one of your 4 stabilizer jacks. You have 4 of these on, or you have one of these on each for each of the corners of your trailer. They're used for stabilization only, not for leveling. So you'll level your trailer out front to back using your tongue jack, and side to side by putting boards or blocks underneath your tires. And then once you get your trailer leveled out, you'll run all 4 of these down, put a little bit of pressure on them, and they'll keep your trailer from rocking around while you're using it. Right down here, you have your furnace exhaust vent. This does get very hot when you're running your furnace. You want to be sure you don't block it or touch it. And then right next to that, you have your fresh water tank fill. So if you're rustic camping and you need to fill your fresh water tank, this is where you'll do that at. Just remove this cap here. You'll stick your hose in there, turn it on, and it'll start to fill your tank. You'll be able to check the levels of your tank on your monitor panel inside. Once your tank is filled, turn your water off here. You can then use your water pump to draw the water up from your tank throughout your trailer. Right down below it, right here, you have this white valve. That is the drain for your freshwater tank. So when you're done camping, you need to drain your tank, just turn that valve until your water starts draining, and then your tank will empty by itself. Right here, you have your city water connection. So if you're full hookup camping, you'll hook a garden hose up to that, turn it on, and you'll have water pressure through that hose throughout your trailer. Right up above that, you have a vent for your stovetop vent. So if you're using that vent above your stove, you'll open this flap here so that it can vent outside. When you're not using it, you'll just snap it back in place just like that, so that no bugs or anything can get inside your trailer. Right here, you have your 30 amp power cord. This pulls out of your trailer up to about 25 feet. I do recommend when you're staying at a campground that you use a 30 amp surge guard to help protect your trailer from any possible power surges that may occur. Right here you have your outdoor shower. So the shower head will pull out. You can mount it right up here on the side, and then you have hot and cold water. This is your black tank flush. We'll go over that in just a second after we go through your drains down here. So right here you have 2 low point drains. This blue line is your cold low point, and this red one is going to be for your hot water low point. You really only have to use those for winterizing. You'll open them up and it'll drain all the water out of your system. Otherwise, just keep them closed. And then for your sewer drain here, you have your black tank handle right here and your gray tank handle here. So when you're ready to drain your tanks, you'll hook your sewer hose up here. The other end of your hose will go into the sewer drain. You'll pull your black tank handle first. Once your black tank is empty, you'll pull your gray tank handle. That gray dirty sinking shower water is going to help rinse the black toilet water out of your hose. Once both your tanks are empty, you'll close your gray tank, leave your black tank open. That's when you'll come up here and use your black tank flush. This is similar to your city water connection. You'll just hook a hose up to it, turn it on, and it works as an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank, and it'll help to rinse and flush everything out of there. You only have to run it for a couple of minutes, and then you can turn your water off here. You then come down here, close your black tank slide valve, put your sewer cap on, and you're all set. You don't have to use your black tank flush every time you drain your tanks. I'd recommend you do it every few trips, just so you don't get any buildup in your tank. Right here, you have input for cable or satellite. So if you're staying at a campground that offers cable hookup, Or if you have a portable satellite dish, this is where you'll hook that up at. It's got that nice cover on it. You can, on the corners of your bump, or on your bumper here, pull this cap out, and you can store your sewer hose in here. It goes all the way through to the other side. There's another one of these caps on the other side. You have your spare tire on the back here with the cover. Your spare tire is the same size as all of the other 4 tires on your unit. And you are pre-wired for a backup or observation camera here as well. So this is also for a Furion backup camera. Got around to your door side here now. So you have your water heater right here. This is gas and electric. Your switches for it will be inside on your control panel. You have this plastic cap right here that'll go over your drain. You'll tighten it down, and then you'll take your water heater off of bypass. You can access that behind this panel right inside your outdoor compartment here. There's 2 screws there that you'll remove, and then you can turn your bypass valves on the back. Right now your trailer's bypass, or your water heater is bypassed because it is winterized. So take it off bypass, then you can turn your water on. Before you turn this on, gas or electric, you want to be sure that your tank here is filled. To do that, you can pull on your relief valve and water will come out right from here. Or you can open up the hot side of one of your sinks inside, and once water starts flowing through there, you're good to turn it on, gas or electric. Like I said, your switches are inside on your control panel. Everything on here is electronic ignite, so all you have to do is flip the switch and it'll turn on. When you're all done with it, just remove your cap here and your water will drain out right from there. And you can close the cap on here as well. Just snap shut over that, just like that. You have a nice big outdoor storage compartment here as well. Right inside your door here, there's an outlet. So if you wanted to mount a mini fridge out here or something along that line, you could do that. There's plugs right here for it. Your compartment doors, they're all held up with magnets. So you just bring your door up and it'll stick itself right in place. Super nice, so you don't have to mess with the clips there. And then all of them also have just a little turn key there. Give it a quarter turn and it'll lock it in place. You have a power awning out here. You have those LEDs with it. And in the corners, on both sides of your awning, in the corner is outdoor speakers, which will be controlled from your radio inside. You have an output for a TV right here and plug, so you can hook an outside TV up. Your stairs here, they'll just fold right up and underneath your trailer. And slide underneath. That's how these will ride going down the road. When you're ready to use them, just pull on that, flip the step back down, and you're all set. And then lastly, for the outside, we have the other side of your passenger storage. You can see you got a couple tools in here. This one will be for your stabilizer jacks. This one here will be for your power tongue jack if it were to fail, so you can manually crank that up or down. That looks like everything for the outside of your trailer, so we will head inside next. All right inside your doorway here, you have a couple switches. This top one here is for your awning. So you can see it says awning in, awning out. So to run your awning out, just hold that down. Your awning will start to roll itself out. Your awning will not stop automatically when you run it out, so you do want to keep an eye on it. There will be a valence strap that drops down. That's some extra fabric at the end. And you'll also be able to see the bare awning tube. So that's when you'll take your finger off the button. If you don't take your finger off the button when you see that, your awning will continue to roll itself up and roll up upside down, which will stretch out your awning fabric and could damage it. And then to run your awning in, just hold down awning in until you hear or see it go up against the side of your coach. Below that, you've got a couple of light switches. So this one here will do the LEDs underneath your awning, and this one here will do your ceiling lights. And below that, you do have your fire extinguisher. Hopefully you don't ever have to use that. So there's a safety item. This is another safety item right here. It's your carbon monoxide and LP detector. As long as that green light's on, that means it's working. It does draw continuously off your battery though, because it is a safety item. We'll start right here with your jackknife couch. So to put this into a bed, just pick up on the middle here. Make sure your cushions don't fall off. And just lay it flat just like that. And now you have an extra bed. You want to turn it back into a couch, just pick that up in the middle again. Grab on the back so you can set it down there. You do also have a little bit of storage underneath. If you pick up, you can put some stuff underneath there like blankets or pillows. We'll head into your kitchen now. So right here you have a GFCI resettable outlet. So if any of your outlets or some appliances weren't working, just push that in and that will reset all your outlets. And then below that you have your monitor panel, so you can see the level of your battery, your fresh tank, your black tank, and your gray tank. Just push those buttons there, and as your battery charges, that'll light up, or as your tanks fill, those lights will light up. This switch is for your water pump, so if you have your freshwater tank filled, you'll turn your water pump on from here, and that water pump, like I said earlier, will draw your water up from your tank and throughout your trailer. And then these are the switches for your water heater on gas and on electric. You can run them individually, or you can run them at the same time. It's a little bit more efficient if you run both of them at the same time. When you come to pick your trailer up, your keys will be here on your sink. You have 2 sets of keys. Jayco's are all key to like. So you have 2 sets of these Bauer keys here, and then 2 sets of these 751 keys, which will be for your outdoor shower. You have a standard turntable microwave. Just push the button to open it there. You have a light and a fan above your stove. So when you're using this fan, just make sure that vent is open outside. Your stovetop has this glass cover on it. Just fold it up and out of the way when you're ready to use your stove. And to light your stove, push that in, turn it to the flame there, and you'll turn your igniter to the right until your burner lights. Your igniter only turns to the right. It's got little arrows that indicate that. If you turn it to the left, it could break. And then to light your oven, you'll turn this to the pilot light here. Push this in while you turn your igniter to the right until your pilot light is lit. Once your pilot light is lit, then you can adjust your temperature from there as needed. You do have this light switch here as well. If you turn it up, that'll do these blue lights here. If you turn it to the down position, it'll do these blue lights as well as an oven light. Be sure for travel that you fold this glass cover back down. Like I said, it's glass, so it could break. And then next you have your 12-volt refrigerator. All your controls for it are up at the top here. But like I said, it's 12 volt. It'll run off your battery. It does not run off of propane. So when you're going down the road, it'll run off your battery. Your battery will not die because it's being charged by your vehicle. And when you plug into shore power, it'll run off of 110. So up at the top are your controls. You have power, and then you can adjust your temperature lower or higher. Just push that. 5 is the coldest. 1 would be your warmest setting there. And then you can set that for your refrigerator or for your freezer here. And you do have a night mode on there too. It's a little bit more eco-friendly. We'll head back here to your bathroom. Right here you got your sink. And if we open your door here, you have your toilet and shower in here. Your toilet has a foot pedal flush on it. Halfway down brings water into your toilet bowl. All the way down will flush into your black tank. Above your toilet you have a vent with a fan. So you'll just crank this open, just like that. And the switch to turn your fan on is right here. Just push that in. We do recommend that you close this if it's going to rain or if you're traveling so you don't get water in here and so it doesn't get damaged as you go down the road. And then your shower is pretty self-explanatory, hot and cold water. You do have a tub in here so you can pull that up to use your shower head, otherwise it'll fill your tub just like a normal tub at home. You have your 2 bunks back here. You do on the top one have a USB charging outlet on the side, and then on the bottom one you have just a regular outlet. You can also access some storage underneath here. This goes to that big outside storage compartment, so you can access it from inside or outside. You can see here your bunk capacities. So these are double bunks, so you have 600-pound capacity there. Next is your booth here. So this can turn into a bed, or you can use it just as a booth. So if you want to turn it into a bed, you'll remove the legs down here. You'll remove both the legs from the tabletop, move them out of the way. Your tabletop will set on these ledges all the way around, and then you'll use these back cushions to fill in the gap here. They'll set right on top of your table. You have a location for a TV right here. You can see it's got the backer location. So just use a stud finder to find the exact correct location, so you can screw your backer in there, and then your hookups for it are right here. This is your antenna booster. So you see that green light is on. So if you have a TV in here and you want to get local channels, be sure that green light is on. If you're hooked up to cable or satellite, push the button next to it. That'll turn that light off, and you'll be able to get those extra channels through cable or satellite. You also have your radio right here. This is also a CD player and a DVD player if you have a TV in here and you hook this HDMI cable up. Your power buttons right here. You can pair Bluetooth with this so you can use your phone. And you have speaker zones 1 and 2 right here on the side. Zone 1 will be your indoor speakers. Zone 2 will be those outdoor speakers on your awning. We'll head up towards your bedroom now. So in your bedroom, you have this sliding door. There's a little lock on it right here for travel. So just snap that in place so your door doesn't slide around when you're going down the road. Otherwise, it could get damaged. You have these blue accent lights up above this shelf up here. That switch for those is right here. Just flip that, they'll turn off. These lights right above your bed have a push button in the middle. So just push that to turn them on or off. That goes for, I believe, all your lights in here as well. So if you want to turn individual lights off or on, just push the button in the middle. Right here is where you'll access that storage underneath your bed and your front compartment. Your bed is strut assisted, so all I have to do is pick up on it and the struts will keep it up. I'm not even touching it right now. Your trailer is pre-wired for solar as well. So you see right here, this is where your solar control panel would go. And then on the roof, you'd get a solar panel mounted that would pair with this control panel right here. You have an exit window right here. So if you need to get out of your trailer quickly for any reason, you'll move this open, pull on this red triangle tab here, that'll pull the screen out, and you'll throw this window open all the way through there. Otherwise, you can see like it is now, you can have it propped open just for regular ventilation. Just be sure that this is closed for travel so that that doesn't get sucked open when you're going down the road. You also have a TV mount in here. This is a special mount that Jayco uses that goes on here. They make ones that can go outside as well. And you can move this bracket around with your TV. It just snaps right in place there. Your hookups are right up here for that. We'll head back out into your main living area now, because I think that is everything for your inside of your trailer. We want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We appreciate your business and congratulations on your new trailer.